So this is from the last day I was out fishing last fall using the Livescope. Love catching some crappies. I've kind of went over before what do I use. Mainly a drop shot with little plastics and stuff like that, and just holding it there. But this is, I was just going down the bank my last day. Huge advantage of Livescope. Nothing too crazy. There's deeper water by here, and I just turned the trolling motor and bam, there was. Crappies. Just huge groups of them. They must have grouped up. Cold water is like below 40s. And here's some images. Here's how it went. See all those? I was just panning around and all of a sudden I saw all those. That's a lot of crappies. Ooh, look at that one. Wait, that's a real one. Ah! Guy was pissed. So yeah, like I said, this is such a sweet way of fishing, catching them. I caught that one good one. A lot of little ones in there, and there's these massive groups just kind of running around this edge. They weren't out super deep, but they were just running this deeper water that was right by it. The Livescope, you could see them pretty well. Earlier, I was out there maybe like a month or two ago, and they were grouped up certain areas, but they're more related to some rocks and hard spots and stuff like that. They weren't like these massive groups. Some of these crappies must have been up shallow and stuff too, and at this point now you just saw giant groups of them. So it was very cool. Seeing them on the Livescope, just casting to them. At this point, so many people know about how Livescope works. Just casting it out there, watching the Livescope, just hanging it there, going real slow, moving it a little bit. You could see a lot of times crappies coming up there swiping at it like these, and they would miss, but you just had to hold it real still, keep it there. They wouldn't take for moving baits as much, so. And I did try some other things besides drop shotting. I threw my little crappie spinner that I like to do because I love catching them on it, this one, and it just didn't work out. So I kept trying to cast it. I never actually even got one to bite, so I went back to drop shotting, but you gotta try your options. But they wanted that slow and steady fall. Another real one? Nope, just a little guy. There we go. Ooh. Just a little guy, but as you can see, you got to make sure you know where you're pointing your trolling motor. This is a giant group. I was actually bass fishing, and I scanned out across this deeper water and some down there. I just got a drop shot, real lightweight. Color can depend, really light hook. So just make sure you got your, there's so many of them down there right now that I can't actually tell. I can't see where my thing's going, but having distance, seeing them, and dropping it down and keeping it above them, they come up and grab it. That's the tip. So yeah, that's what we do. I just throw that drop shot out there. The color doesn't quite matter. I just cast it off, but I caught those crappies. I'll show you the kind of the screenshot. They're just all over this open part. And you just cast that drop shot out with a little plastic, real little hook. Color can matter a lot. I was just using this little color like that, a little shad shaped guy with a really light weight, and you just hang it there. Today they're not really chasing. You could see a couple on the graph trying to go after it, but just something you notice. Cool time of the year, especially with the Livescope, to catch them like that. So hope it helps. Very cool. Love this in the fall. I hope it helps. Love me some crappies. Hopefully you do too. See you next time.